Hi, so today in this short video, I'm going to show you what I actually do in my mastermind group. It's a group of 4 to 6 people. Actually, that's my ideal number, right? But we're 6 people and we're all here to help each other, and we have it every week. And so what I want you to start paying attention to here is actually what I do. So you learn how you prepare for the meeting, how you conduct yourself during the meeting, and also how you end the meeting and also set the next meetings up. And you will walk away with something very valuable here, because this is something I've done for many years, like over 25, 26 years now. All right, if you know already now that you'd like to know a little bit more about this, there's a link for you right in the description that you can click on. So go there right now. If not, continue watching and I'll teach you more. Everyone runs their mastermind groups differently. I'll be sharing my way of doing it, or our way of doing it, I should say, because it's a conglomerate. We will decide on what we do and how we run our meetings ourselves. And I have an example here. I have some notes over here on my left that I'll be glancing out at from time to time, but I basically will show you how we conduct our meeting. And this meeting actually took place yesterday. And you can get a fresh look into how we do it. So let's go. So before the meeting starts, that's actually where I prepare myself. And that actually happens a week before. So already now, today, it's now 6 days till the next meeting is going to be. I will think of things that I'm stuck on, or things that I've learned I want to share with my group, and things that I want to ask questions and engage the group with to get some more juice into the conversation. And because it's very important to constantly move forward and think ahead. What is it that you're going to do? What are you going to solve? How are you going to help others? And also, other people yesterday told me things they're working on. So this morning, I popped in some keywords. We're heavily into AI right now. And some people are moving in that direction. And I'm also not as much as them, because they're really focused on that. I have focused in other areas, but I also want to learn. I also want to contribute. And it's really important that we stay on the cutting edge. And I'm part of several email groups that I got some really key information about. Some person talked about nano banana, actually happened to be a new technology that Google is coming out with. And then I saw VEO-3 being mentioned. So I said, okay, I need to send this newsletter to my group. So I shared this newsletter and some insights, and I started doing some research myself. So that's just a little bit idea of how I prepare myself. So when I come to the meeting, I show up with my notes. I have my Google Docs open when the meeting starts, and we usually go around the room, and the one that signs in first, because we start exactly at 6, so the one that comes online first gets to go first, and so on in that order. Usually I put myself last, because I'm the one that's starting the meeting. Then we go around the room. We get 15 minutes each. That makes 1.5 hours, and that's exactly how we run it. We do not go into 2 hours. Pay close attention to what I'm saying. If you start dragging the meetings in, listen closely, you will wear people out. You will not have as focused of a conversation, and it will go too long, and you don't want to do that. You want to value people's time, and okay, here's how we're going to run it. And it's a little tough to be the timekeeper, which I am automatically. I don't have to be, but I am. And I call it down. I said, okay, Peter, you got 2 more minutes, and then boom, we close it. If somebody fades into that time of Peter by asking more questions, I don't want to kill that goal that's going to be shared with good questions or what have you. I say, hey, Ben, you were asking a question. I'm going to start your timing now. And Ben might not have been the next in line to talk, but he's the one that had the question. So I'll just make that call right away. Say, Ben, time's starting now. Then he knows he has 15 minutes. Another trick here that you can use, to get too technical with here, is to tell people, hey, start your own timer, have your own phone in front of you with your timer, so that you kind of know how you're progressing along in your 15 minutes. So anyway, so today what I wanted to share is how I prepare and how I conduct myself during the meeting. So I take active notes. Let's say Peter was going first yesterday. I take very active notes, what he was talking about and what he's working on, because I want to have a documentation on that. And he starts sharing links. Actually, Peter happens to be one of the members in the group that gives and shares a lot. Not that the others are not, but he's always the one that tends to share a lot of his information. And I got to be careful what I say now. The others do too, don't get me wrong, but he is the one that really is one of those unique people. And he started sharing some very valuable stuff and dropping some links in here. I copy all those links, I take notes, I be quiet when I need to be quiet, and then I jump in and say, hey Peter, have you thought about this? Or have you thought about that? What about this? So I spark his thoughts and thinking as well, because as you know, 2 or more people develops a third invisible intelligence, right? That's the Napoleon Hill exercise or principle, I should say. So Peter goes through his thing. He has his 15 minutes of fame, so to speak. And then if he shares a lot, I may ask him, Peter, what do you need help with? What are you working on? Anything you're stuck with? Anything we should keep an eye out for you for next week? So anyway, I know that he's heavily into AI and using SEO for helping him do the SEO more efficiently, and he's dropping some really valuable gold nuggets for us yesterday on how AI is actually capable of speeding up that whole process. So we want to learn about that, right? So all of these things are really, really key. So what's important with the calls is that when you think about your own presentation, so to speak, when you have your 15 minutes of fame, think about what you can share of value first. So here I'll drop a couple of things that I started noticing here, that I wanted to share with my group. So for instance, yesterday we're still doing an Amazon business, and Amazon is getting more and more competitive, and our expenses with Amazon has gone through the roof. And they're not only taking, before in the early days, they used to take around 35 to 40% of your total earnings. Revenue that you took in, but that's gone way haywire. We happened to see a big switch there. Now it was 55.54% they take, which is something I wanted to share with the group. Are you guys aware of how much Amazon is doing? They're changing the rules. They're moving the goalpost all the time on us, and it's not good. So what does that mean? How do we manage this environment? Where do we need to increase our profit margins more? How can we make our money back? Because we used to make much more money in the early days, and now Amazon's changing, and they're also competing on us, so with us. So they're cannibalizing on their own customers. So that's one thing I shared. And then I also shared some troubles we're having with one of our source company, the stuff that we're packing. I'm not going to share that actually on the call here because we have to keep it a little bit secret. But one of the suppliers of this powder that we get from South America is gone crazy on us, and we're trying to find other providers that could give us this product, which is a very unique product. And we've been selling that since 2012 from the same supplier, but things are not going well now. Now we have the tariffs that Trump is importing. And I asked a question, if you want to kind of hear one of my questions, because he said something funny that didn't sound right to me. He said, okay, well, you need to go through another organic supplier that imports your product. They will add about 20% to that cost. I said, okay, let's nail this down. I said to him, okay, you mean the cost of the powder, 20%, right? Well, no, they add 20% on the FedEx shipping cost, and they add 20% on top of the already now existing tariffs. And I said, no, that doesn't sound right. So I brought that up with the Mastermind, and they said, yeah, that's also not right. So those are the kind of things that I would share and talk about, and maybe there's other deeper things and things that we are struggling with, and sometimes very personal things. I don't want to share those things here, but that's how I lead or get ready for my mastermind, and I write these things down. I want to ask about this, I want to ask about that. And another thing that I wanted to share with my group yesterday, that I'm looking at a Swift connection called SWTF connection. It's a digital business card. Why is that important for me? Because in the past, I've done something with a business called RipCard, RIPCARD, and it is a fantastic referral marketing system. And I wanted to tell people, hey, I'm looking at this technology because I may be able to digitize this whole process instead of having a physical card. And if you've seen some of my videos, you should check out the RipCard, because it's really an amazing way to get new business via your existing customers. So personal referrals. There's no better marketing idea than that, just to kind of drop that little value bomb for you. So what I wanted to do with that, I'm mentioning this Swift connection, and I also had talked to the founder of the company because it came up in AppSumo, which is a place I buy apps. And I told them that I'm looking at this idea to see if I can digitize my opportunity, and I'm dropping this into them because they may now hear about the other things. And I know actually Peter, he said, give me the link to the Swift connection because they have a very special deal going on now. So when he starts using it too, he'll start thinking about things as well. Do you see how these things add to each other? So that's why we're creating value for each other and sharing things that we are secretly working on, but we want to bring more brains into it. Again, third invisible intelligence. Okay, you want to think about things you can share that you personally working on that could also help the others, but also can help you, right? So everyone pulls in the same direction. Then I also had on my list to share what's happening with me in my new endeavor, Skool, skool.com, where I am promoting and building out my mastermind blueprint, what I'm doing the videos for right now. Why? And this is why you need to be in a mastermind. So I shared all the developments, how we can start doing micropayments. We can have, instead of two communities, a free and a paid, we can have it all in the same community. So there's a lot of developments that are happening just for people like me that are a small business owner inside Skool, and people are making fantastic earnings in there. And I'm in other mastermind groups there that I paid thousands and thousands of dollars to be part of so that I can forward my learning. And I'm sharing things that I'm learning from them inside my mastermind group to help them move along as well. And of course, there's benefits for all of us to know about communities and things like that. So that's another thing. So then obviously, when Peter's done talking, now the next person starts talking. And again, I will start taking notes, listening to what they have to say. What are they working on? How can I help them? What connections do I have that I can put them in touch with? What else can I do with them? How can we all grow and go together? So you can, like they say, if you're going to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And that's exactly what the mastermind is all about. I get goosebumps when I think about that, honestly, because it makes such a huge difference. So I just wanted to give you a glimpse of one meeting, how we're conducting it, and how we're doing it. And I want you to picture yourself in that same situation as well, because being in a mastermind, being able to share and talk about what it is that you're doing, the struggles, the wins, the losses, and the opportunities and dreams and everything that you have, that is really key. So start thinking about how you could visualize yourself in a mastermind group. And the way I look at them, they're small, they're 4 to 6 people. Sure, you could be in a mastermind group that is bigger, 10, 8, 15, 20 people. Sure, you get access to more people, but do you get heard and do they get to know you as well as you will in a small group? No, you will never be that. Now, this is a group I've been in since 2012. You heard me correctly. That's now almost 15 years. Okay, I've been in another mastermind group since 2004. That's over 20 years. Okay, and you may wonder, what the hell do we talk about? All kinds of things. It's not just business. It's personal things. It's health. It's wealth, different business opportunities, investing together, buying courses or resources together, sharing things, plussing an idea, meaning adding to an idea or a thought you have. That goes on. Tomorrow, I'm meeting with my other mastermind. That's at 9 p.m. in the evening for me in Norway. And the other one is at 6 p.m. On Monday. So anyway, all I want you to take with you from here is that you need to be in a mastermind. You need to know how to set it up. You need to know how to nurture it and find the right people. There's a lot of things that goes into it. It's not difficult. What did they say? It's easy. No, it's simple, but it's not easy. That's what they say. Yes. But I have some key insights that I want to share with you that I want you to take with you. And that's why you should be part of my community. So click below if you want to set up a call and ask me any questions just to find out a little bit more if this is for you. You're at the right place and the right time. So I'll see you on the other side, because we all have dreams and goals we're going after. So click that link below and I'll see you on the other side. High five, and I'll see you on the other side.